How are you doing?
I've been doing pretty well recently.
Good. How's your mood been?
It seems to be pretty consistent, but it seems towards the evening time it gets a little bit different.
Kelsey Morgan is a recent PA program intern at Premier Psychiatric. Morgan found her passion in mental health as an intern and parlayed that into a full-time position at Premier Psychiatric upon her graduation from college.
This was one of my favorite rotations that I did in PA school because I got to jump right in and because I felt like I was the provider and I was able to talk with patients and I was able to form that relationship right away where in a lot of your other rotations you don't get to do. And then from that you just again build that confidence and build and feel comfortable in being a provider and what you're about to step into for the rest of your life.
Deanne Isaacson is a provider at Premier Psychiatric. She also oversees the PA student intern program.
Even before healthcare reform, physician assistants and nurse practitioners were quite invaluable in helping to fill the gaps where the doctors weren't available, and as healthcare reform progresses, we're going to find even more shortages of providers, and mid-level providers will probably become even more invaluable.
We're going to talk about the synopses of the treatment. We're going to talk about what TMS is. TMS is a very, very new, cutting-edge, treatment modality.
Premier Psychiatric has developed relationships with local education institutions, offering PA programs to expose future providers to the mental health specialty and possibly a career in mental health care. Dr. Zia Chowdhury is the Director of Medical Scientific Affairs and Clinical Research at Premier Psychiatric.
Kids out there, they go in and they go through monotonous textbooks. They go through, it's a lot of text in healthcare. It's very academic focused and it's very academic intensive. And at times students just get bombarded with all that information and they just get overwhelmed with it. I think they need, when I go in and I present to them, I try to connect with them and tell them that right now you might feel that it's overwhelming for you, but there's a completely different sort of opportunity waiting for you outside. There is, at the end of the day, when you finish up your textbooks, you give your exams, you have those patients who really need you.
Kelsey Morgan is just one example of how Premier Psychiatric is working to alleviate the ongoing challenge of provider shortages across the country, giving these interns the necessary experience and skill set to meet the patient demands of the future.
We are pleased here at Premier Psychiatric Group to offer a psychiatric clerkship for physician assistants going through their training programs, and we have actually been partnering with the programs for the past 13 or 14 years, and I've had over 100 students come through our program. We find that it's both a valuable experience for us as mentors and providers to be able to train the future providers in mental health, and also to give them the experience that we offer here at Premier Psychiatric Group.